What up? How's everyone doing? Let's lock in. Let's lock in for the weekend. Let's have a big day. Got any props, says Jared? Yeah, we'll get to some props. We'll get to some props. Let's run these numbers up. Let's get these follows up. We'll get into some props. I shared a play already. Record last night, Samuel, 5-1. Wake up, Petey just went live. Let's go. Let's go, baby. We got a big day cooking. Had a great day yesterday. I know people who just got the TikTok play. That was the only L of the day. Hate to see it, but big day on SoBet. That's what it's all about. Need a good hit today, says Jimmy. Well, then you better lock in and listen up. Jeremiah throwing some cash around. Let's get it. Let's get it. So the early game is lame. That's a shame. What was the early play? Jimmy's on the SoBet. Hell yeah. You're riding props as well. You get 2-1 on mains, and you get the 3-0 on props as well. One of those was a 2-unit play. I shared the WNBA prop publicly as well. Turkey just gave up an own goal. Seems like a lot of that's been happening. Am I crazy? I haven't been watching, but I've been hearing a lot of that. So yeah, nothing for the early game. I'm not doing anything on the Detroit White Sox game. Simeon, what's up? I'm staying away from that game. I know it's the early game. You want it. Maeda does suck. If you want to take the White Sox in this space, it could be it. Fast Times, what's up, baby? Good to see you. Will Newton, how you doing? Need one more of the over. Gunner 1.5 bases. I like the Orioles today. I don't like hitter props. Hitter props, there's just no value on hitter props. They're about, hell yeah, Jimmy, let's go. Hitter props are just crapshoots. It's too much. It's too many variables. Appreciate the foul, F. Mendez. We need 49 more fouls, so run those up, baby. Padres was crazy. Padres we hit, which was our biggest main play of the day, but also we hit the Ray under 17.5 outs, which was a big sweat because he didn't get blown up until the 6th inning. Jay Mayer says, feed it, baby, feed it. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to drop the needle. No more free play, says Kobe. Free play was up. Free play is up already. You know you get them. That's just what we do. But for me to do additional free play from the SoBet, you guys got to hold up your end of the bargain. I still need my follows. You got to feed Petey. You want Petey to feed you, you better feed Petey. So yesterday we went 5-1, 2-1 on our mains. We hit the Padres money line. We hit the D-backs money line. That was a plus money play. VIP up shortly. The props. They should be up any second. I literally just pressed send. Flawless, I appreciate the follow. We need 48 more. We'll feed this man fast. So we hit the Padres money line. We hit the D-backs money line plus 120. We love it. We missed on the Red Sox. Very frustrating game. So 2-1 on our mains. On our props, we had WNBA prop. We had what's her face? Tina somebody. We need her to go over 13.5 points. She went over 13.5 points in the first half. Then we got Colin Ray, 2-unit play under 17.5 outs. And we got George Kirby at plus 125 under 0.5 outs or under 0.5 walks recorded. Bang. 0 walks from the kid. Our pitcher props have been absolutely dicing. Big week on props so far. 8 of our last 9 weeks winning. DT, we're the multi-unit props. We've been really stepping up lately. White Sox money line is okay. I don't like this game. If you need action on this game and you want to go White Sox money line, that's okay. Shelly, appreciate the follow. We need 46 more. But if you want early action, I would say you could maybe go the over in that game. I think Maeda is pretty trash. The White Sox offense is just so bad. I don't think the White Sox is a good play. Let me be clear. I don't think the White Sox is a good play, and I'm not recommending you do that. But there's not a play that I really like. The Mets today, is not terrible because if you look at the pitching matchup in this game, the Tallion's pitching, right? Jameson Talion. His last week has been very bad. Mlb Picks is nuking it. Unusual amount of upsets. Yeah, we hit D-backs. But if you look at Talion's numbers, right? A lot of people think he's one of the better pitchers for the Cubs. Okay. He's got 43 Ks in 61 innings. That's not good. He's got a 1.32 whip. That's okay. But now let's look at his last 7 games. 1.61 whip. Only 27 Ks in 37 innings. He's given up 49 hits in those 37 innings. 49 hits. That's insane. And yes, he's walked 11 as well, giving up 18 earned runs. His last 7 outings have been atrocious. Calpix is putting thousands on White Sox. Do your thing, baby. I love it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. What do I think about Phillies minus 1.5? People definitely doing the Phillies Dodgers. I mean, here's the thing. It's tempting to go two heavy favorites in MLB. I get it's tempting, but it is the MLB. And all it takes is a pitcher to really be off. Like yesterday, everyone thought, oh, the Cubs are throwing Shota. We're going to ride the Cubs. He got absolutely shellacked. Triple-double, people are saying. So, yeah, I don't. Mets isn't one I. Excuse me. Mets isn't one of my plays, but like I was just saying, I think there's a reason to take the Mets. I like McGill more than Talion. If I had to pick a side in that game, I would take the Mets. We'll talk Cardinals in a little bit. We're going to talk Phillies D-back soon. And if you just want all the plays that I have, get them on so bad it's in my profile. You get them all right away. I drop 3 plays every single day, and then I do another 3 props. Yesterday, we went 2-1 on our main plays. We went 3-0 on our props, including a 2-unit play and including a plus money play. So we actually went up 4.25 units on our props yesterday. 9 weeks of gone to a bump. Blink 2 times with the Mariners minus 1/2 first through fifth. I've never seen anyone say it that way. But that's what I think about that. I think it's a very good play. Grimace Mets been doing bad things to their opponents. All right. So back to this D-backs game, right? Boston gets it back today. I like that. I think Boston's in a good spot today. So Tommy Henry's throwing for the D-backs. He's got a 170 whip. 170 whip. Kobe, we're literally talking about it right now. He's got a 170 whip, 28 Ks in 35 innings. So, okay, but his numbers are very bad. He's got 6.2 ERA. He's facing the Phillies. We like the Phillies. Now, Zach Wheeler's throwing for the Phillies, 99 Ks in 92 innings, 1.01 ERA. He's still a top 10 pitcher, I would say. Top 10 pitcher in the MLB. Definitely one of the people that's like still in the running for a Cy Young this year. So I definitely like Wheeler. I like this spot. I don't like Henry. Do I want to take minus 1.5? I don't love that. But if you want to take minus 1.5 with a home team, this is probably the spot to do it. But you're not even getting amazing value. So, all that to say, if I had to pick a side in this game, I would take Phillies minus 1.5 before I take D-backs plus 1.5. I would. The reason we took D-backs yesterday and the reason it hits is because we were fading a terrible pitcher in Taijuan Walker. Now they're back to the top of the rotation. Wheeler's throwing. So if you want to take Phillies minus 1.5, it's okay. I just wish there was a better price on it for taking a minus 1.5, especially considering the fact that it's a home team. So you only get 8 at-bats to go up 1.5 if you don't already do it, right? Like if you're up 1 at the bottom of the ninth, you don't hit. Vegas doesn't care about you covering the spread. The MLB doesn't care about you covering the spread. And it makes me sick. Anyway, that's what we think about the Phillies game. If you want all my plays, go to my profile, get them on SoBet. You get all my plays posted every single day. I do a write-up analysis. I do a recap afterwards. I show you the unit size we're risking. I show you the value of the play we got it at. I show you the book we got it on. All that information. It's right up there on my SoBet. You get it for less than $10 a month if you use that link in my profile. Red Sox money line. We'll talk about Red Sox money line, and we'll talk about Cardinals. We already talked about Mets money line. I don't. Yeah. I'll blow a kiss on my line if people beg for it. Seattle sold yesterday. I didn't have Seattle, but yeah, they did. What we had was Kirby under 0.5 walks, and that smacked. Anyway. We talked about the Mets already. Yeah, we talked about the Mets already. It's not one of my plays, but I do like fading Talion. His last 7, if you look at his splits over his last 7 appearances, absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Yes, Will, let's go, baby. Let's go. So if you want to fade Talion, you want to ride the Mets, that's an okay play. You want to talk Red Sox? We'll talk Red Sox here in a moment. I said I'd talk Cardinals. We'll talk Cardinals, then we'll talk Red Sox game. Okay? We already talked about White Sox. I don't like that game. I really don't like any of the action in it. It's probably the game I'm staying furthest from, which is a shame because, it's the early game. But we got action coming. Don't you worry. Someone said, why do I like the Giants? I never said I like the Giants. I said, well, look at this. Talion under 17.5 outs. That's not a bad spot. I like him under 4.5 Ks as well. Because the Mets swing early in counts. They don't strike out a lot. We'll talk about that in a second, Double A. The Mets swing early in counts, so they don't strike out a lot. Talion's been trash lately, so I think he's going to struggle. He's not really getting a lot of Ks. If Alonso doesn't strike out twice, that's gonna hit. That's genuinely how I feel. If Alonso doesn't strike out twice, we're good. Exactly, Simeon. I'm people too. What up, Josh? Good to see you, bro. UFC picks today. I don't have UFC picks. I'll ride whatever for kicks. I'm not going to pretend I got the UFC locks. But if you follow me on Sovet, which is in my profile, you get access to the whole app, which means you can filter by sport and see what the analysts in every single sport are saying. So, and it's no additional cost. So if you pay for $10 a month, which is a crazy, crazy deal, but it's $10 a month if you use that link in my profile, you get access to all my picks every day. But you also get access to all of Sovet, which means you can filter by sport, you can check all the different pros, all the different cappers and analysts, etc. And you can just filter by UFC and see what people are doing. Will I ride something tonight? Probably, just for kicks, but it'll be a blind tail for fun. Oilers winning it all, that would be sick. I don't watch hockey, so I don't really care too much, but it would be cool to see. I just like history being made. I don't have a dog in the game, and I think, yeah, it would just be cool to see. Okay, yeah. We like the Orioles. I understand trying to go under in the game because it is two very good pitchers, but there's just too many guys that are capable of leaving the yard. Jack, do they make sure they have winning cappers? This is what they're doing right now is all the information is tracked, and there's a leaderboard that's coming out in the next week or two. So you'll see everyone's record, and it's up to you. Because obviously people are going to go down. If you don't post good analysis, you'll get kicked off so bad. If you don't post consistent good analysis, if you post like random parlays and bullshit, you'll get kicked off so bad. Things like that. But obviously some people are going to have losing streaks, but they have a leaderboard. So you see everybody that's doing well, you see their numbers, full transparency. If you don't enter your plays right, your stuff gets taken down. Just so everyone knows exactly how well whoever they're tailing is doing. And that they're putting out quality plays. They're not deleting posts. They're not hiding losses. They're not like trying to bullshit their record. It's all tracked and it's all public. So, someone could be down a little bit and you're just like, well, they're down the last 2 weeks, but I love their analysis. I'm still going to ride with them. That's up to you. But no one's going to fake being up when they're down. Sharp Dimes and Peter Killing on baseball. Yeah, and when we get the leaderboard publicly, I know I've shared a screenshot of it because I'm on there, obviously. But when the leaderboard goes public, when they get that going, that's going to be sick because people are really going to see who's dialed in, who's putting out consistent winners, and that's what we've been doing. I know people have been down this week. People have been talking shit in my comments too. It's like people did the same thing last week. We won the week. What people don't understand about baseball is 58% is a really, really, really strong. That's where we're sitting at. That still means we're down. That still means 42% of the time we're missing. You got to manage the bankroll. You got to stick with it. And that's a huge reason I say follow my plays on SoBet. I tell you the units we're risking. I tell you the line we got it at. Everything. Yeah, it should be within the next couple of weeks, Jay. So you get the exact thing I'm getting. Yeah, there's arguments over the profile picture. I know it's very mugshotty. I know I don't really look like that right now. I've gotten some people saying you got to keep it forever. Other people saying you got to change it. I don't know, man. Exactly, Alex. Exactly. That's what it's all about. All right, back to this Giants cards game. We're going to talk about Giants cards. And again, anyone who wants all my plays, go to my profile. You hit the link, get on SoBet. It really is, Jack. It's been a year and a half of this now. Exactly, baby. Exactly. I know it's a wild G money. We keep stacking week over week, month over month, and people lose it over one day. I like Hicks, but he doesn't really strike people out the way you'd like him to. The Giants cards is always an interesting matchup, so I don't really have a dog in this game. Just because I like Hicks, but he doesn't always deliver. I hate Nicholas, but he has these big games. He had that almost no-hitter the other day. Like, he's only got a 115 whip so far this year. That big breaking ball, I just see that big loopy curveball. I'm like, how are you not going yard every single at bat? What, Jim? Jim, what are we talking about, bro? What's going on here? Are you in the right chat? That big loopy breaking ball. It's tough. It's tough to fade him because he has been getting the job done. I don't really like a play. What are we talking about, bro? Michael, one of the biggest haters. We'll talk glass now for 9. Interesting. We could talk about that. Yeah, the heat wave's crazy, Dubs. It's like 95 today here in New York. 95, super dry, super humid, or super just like hot on your back. Glass out over 18.5. I don't like that. I would rather take his Ks over than that because he throws a lot of he strikes out a lot of people. He throws a lot of balls. He throws a lot of breaking balls, etc. So he goes deep in counts. I don't think he'll be finished sixth with less than 100 pitches. Our referral code is PD Relam. It's PD, but if you just go to my profile, here on SoBet, or here on TikTok and hit the link tree, you'll see the SoBet link, and it automatically inputs my code, so you automatically get in for less than $10 a month. And by the way, when you get in for less than $10 a month, you stay at that rate month over month. You can get a bigger discount at 6 months or 12 months, but it's not like that's just a first month only rate. You lock in at that rate, and I mean, unbelievable value. All right, we'll talk about Reds versus Red Sox. So anyway, I know we talked about Cardinals Giants and it was inconclusive. My reasoning is, yeah, I'm gonna try to bring back Collins even before that, Jack. I just had a couple of trolls that were kind of messing with it. That sucked. Like someone would just blow up my phone 24/7 and other people couldn't get in. I like the Orioles money line better unknown. Orioles money line. But yeah, I'm really not touching anything in the Cardinals game. It's kind of the same as the White Sox. I don't even want to give you a lead because I don't have a strong lead. I like both these pitchers. The Giants are starting to hit better. The Cardinals have been up and down hitting wise, so I don't want to take the under. I'm definitely not going to take the over on these pitches. It's just tough. Too much inconsistency, and that's the biggest thing. If someone's consistently bad, we know what to do. If someone's consistently good, we know what to do. If someone's up and down, that's where we want to stay away. Yeah, Double A, it's looking big for a Petey Green day. Like your favorite bands. Love Orioles. Yeah, Orioles is a good spot. Telling the SoBet picks today. Love it, Dan. Let's stack. Astros Orioles. Cody, that's actually the most recent video I posted on TikTok is Astros Orioles. We got the Orioles money line. I think it's a great spot for them. Shout out to the YouTube and Twitter and Twitch, everyone that's seeing my screen, by the way. As we this, I got the SoBet pulled up. All right, here, let's do something fun. Before we talk about Reds and Red Sox, which we will talk about in a moment here. Damn, that's a brutal misclick for the 2-unit play. I hate that, Kool-Aid. No doubt, Cody. Views on Maeda in Detroit. I'm not touching that game. I don't like Maeda, but I can't take the over because the White Sox are so trash. Astros got great hitters. They do. But they're still not performing at the level that you'd like them to. So, all right. Do you guys want me to pull up a UFC pick from the other people on SoBet? Do you guys want me to pull one up? Drop a UFC in the chat if you want me to tell you what the UFC cappers on SoBet are saying. And by the way, run those follows up. We still need 45 more follows, and I'll drop another free play. We'll talk Royals after this. All right. Quick UFC action for you. Shout out to everyone on the Twitter stream that can actually see it. So here's what I do. I just hit the SoBet. I go straight to the feed. See at the top of the feed, sports. I'm gonna hit UFC right here. All right. We got a play from Recliner Sports. He's got a full card dropped. All right. Shout out Recliner Sports Report. And by the way, I'll say this one more time. If you go to my profile, hit my links, and hop on SoBet, you get in for that discount. You get all my plays every single day, but you also get access to the whole app, so you can read these plays. All right. And again, I don't know UFC. I'm just telling you what he's saying. Yeah, I agree with that, Dubs. All right, UFC Fight Night. Fun card, blah, 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 blah. Gordon versus Hack-Parast. He's going, both fighters had first-round finishes in the last fight. Both fighters going to be looking for finishes in this one since they're trying to make a claim for being a contender for lightweight. Decisions don't get that done. So they're both going hard for the finish. Only issue, both tough fighters, which is why the over 2.5 is favored, but leaning to find value. He's saying under 2.5 rounds. Exactly, so he's saying under 2.5 rounds at plus 160. So first play he dropped. Again, I'm just reading these. I legit don't know these fighters' names. But he's saying go with a plus money play under 2.5 rounds. That's from a Recliner Sports. But again, if you go on SoBet, you can get it on a discount in my links. If you go on SoBet and you just hit the feed, you'll be able to filter by sport. This is where this popped up. He's going 5 units on that, by the way. 5 units at plus 160. Damn. So he's got Naimov versus Lima. He's going Naimov minus 115, 5-unit play. It's a debut for Lima. I don't know what I'm saying. It's a debut for Lima. Naimov has 2 KOs in his last 3 UFC fights, and he's just taking the pick at minus 115. The fighters on the under is Gordon versus Hack-Parast. Now he's got Dalby versus Fakhtaredinov. He's going Dalby at plus 270. Dalby at plus 270. He's going 5 units on all his play. I guess that's normal for UFC people because they only have weekly action. So he's got Dalby at plus 270, Naimov at minus 115, under 2.5 rounds in the Gordon Hackprass fight at plus 160. And now for Walker versus Ozdemir, he's going Walker at minus 130. We talked about the Mets already. I lead Mets. It's not one of my plays today, but if you want to take a side, I like Mets. He's going Volkov at plus 180, and he's going Aliskarov at plus 120 for 5 units. Shout out to everyone on the Twitter stream that can see me reading these write-ups. But there you go. There you go. That's the fight card from Recliner Sports. I'm not endorsing this. I'm not fading it. I don't know this. I'm just telling you what our guy is telling us for UFC. And shout out to everyone who's following me on SoBet. You get access to that as well. Picks plus 0.5 first 5 versus Mikolas. Not really. This has had a better season than he deserves, if you ask me. I'm going to read it one more time, Double A. One more time, and then we're going to get an MLB. One more time real quick. Right. Just reading the results he's got posted. Gordon versus Hackprass, under 2.5 rounds at plus 160. Naimov versus Lima. Naimov at minus 115. Dalby versus Faktoredinov. Dalby plus 270. Walker versus Ozdemir. Walker minus 130. Volkov versus Sergey. Volkov plus 180. Aliskarov versus Whitaker. Aliskarov plus 120. Those are the numbers they're on. Open the line, says Defense. I can't open the lines right now. The phone's not ready. Sorry, gang. Again, if you want all my plays and access to everyone else that's posting content on SoBet, go to my profile, hit the link tree, hop on SoBet. You get on for less than $10 a month. You stay at that rate, and I post plays every single day, and you also get access to everything else on there. Now, people ask about the Mets. I lean Mets. It's not one of my plays, but I lean Mets. The reason is Talion has been trash his last 7 outings. Absolutely trash. One, I will say, if you want to take a prop in that, Talion under 4.5 Ks is pretty nice. If you want to go under 17.5 outs, that's okay as well. Huge risk, Alex. I'm not really pushing the unit size. I'm just sharing his analysis. Some people, the other thing, when it comes to unit size, I'm very clear about what I do for units. Some people say they have 100 units or whatever, and they do different numbers. That's not my style. My style, 50 units, 2% of your bankroll is 1 unit. We do a 5-unit play. We've done 1 5-unit play in like the last 3 months, and we smack. But yeah, big units is normal in UFC because there's fewer opportunities. Not touching Giants or Cards. FYI, if you want to ride that, that's okay. Mets, Bats, Hots. Talion has been terrible. All right, now we're talking Red Sox, Reds. Red Sox, Reds. Pivetta against Montas. Now, we've faded Montas twice recently, and both those times it smacked. I'm just saying. So, if Red Sox money line, here's the thing. Pivetta's got a 113 whip. People don't talk about that. He's actually having a strong number. Pivetta's numbers are similar to like Corbin Burns. Nobody puts him in the same discussion, but his numbers are similar. 241 expected batting average against. Now, Cincinnati's been struggling against Pivetta historically. 4-19. It's not a massive amount, but they've been struggling against him. And then Cincinnati against righties the last 14 weeks is like bottom 5 in all stats. So I do like Red Sox money line in this spot. Frankie Montas is trash. The Red Sox disappointing yesterday, but the air is warm. The ball is flying. I really think that that's a good spot. If you want to go Red Sox here, that's just my take. So to recap, we've talked about a few different games, and if we get 40 more fouls, I'll share another free play for my SoBet. But the foul numbers have been atrocious this stream. I'm just saying, the foul numbers, you guys got to step it up. Ace, appreciate the foul. We need 39 more. 39 more. Hicks strikeout prop. I think Hicks has a good game, but his Ks haven't been great. All Dogs won yesterday. That's not even true, Chad, but we got D-backs. We got D-backs yesterday, and that smacked. We got Padres. They were a big favorite. That smacked. Chad, appreciate the foul. We need 38 more. All right. All right, we'll talk about the Royals now. We'll talk about the Royals real quick. We'll move on to that. Is a quick recap what we've talked about. Nothing for the White Sox. Nothing for the Cards Giants. Mets Cubs, not one of our plays, but we lean Mets. Now we're going to talk about Royals Rangers. Rangers, there's an interesting thing I was reading about on the Rangers yesterday. Grizz, appreciate the follow. I need 37 more. Angels at plus 300 against the Dodgers. Well, it's a glass now bump day. It's glass now bump day. But I agree, plus 300 is crazy. Just in general, if you get a plus 300 spot in MLB, it's usually worth like a quarter unit. Just saying, half unit. I'm not playing that today, but generally speaking, MLB games are not that strong. You're not going to feel that strong a favorite. Just because the MLB and the most variance possible is in the MLB. Anyway, the Rangers last year, which was my World Series pick and hit. Yep. They're under 500 this year. They're 35 and 40. The Royals are 42 and 35. They're 6 game up. William, let's go, baby! Ready to stack cash. Ready to have a huge month, William. I'm fired up for you. Let's lock in. I like Red Sox, Josh, in that spot. Phillies minus 1.5 is okay, but they're a home team, and you're not getting great value at minus 1.5. If I had to choose a side, I would go Phillies minus 1.5, though. So Waka's on the mound against John Gray. John Gray's a tough one. He's got a 1.32 whip. He's got 65 Ks and 61 innings. But let's look at his more recent splits. And this is just a general note, we're at the point in the MLB season we're starting to look at more recent stats is going to be important because the full season doesn't tell the story. This is for hitters and pitchers and for teams hitting as a whole. We are looking for recent relevant information. Usually with hitters, I look last 2 weeks. With pitchers, I look like last 7 games. Because it's the MLB season, you're going to have ups and downs. Anyway, last 7 games, he's given up 39 hits in 33 innings. He's walked 8. He struck out only 30. He's got a 1.44 whip. So he's had a worse second half of the season so far today. Hell yeah, Isaac, let's go. Mariners first 5. If you look, Mariners is decent. I like first 5 more than anything. What up, Reese? Stolen base props? No, Chris. It's just they're not done. So John Gray not been great. Waka has not been as good as he started out the season, but still strong. If you look at his last 7 games, 1.24 whip, 31 Ks in 40 innings, kind of low, 11 walks, decent. But yeah, I lean Royals in this spot, but the Royals hitting's been so bad. If you had to do a play in this game, I would go under. I'm not taking any action in this game just because both teams kind of inconsistent and there's not a real strong lean. Both pitchers are capable of delivering strong outings. Both teams have been hitting pretty poorly, but yeah. I mean, Breeze, you can just ask it here. You can ask it here. DM me if it's like a super long question. Weird game all around, Cody. Absolutely. Jay Good, you want to talk Toronto game? Sure, I can do that. Give me numbers on D-backs versus righties. Wheeler's pitching out at 18.5. The D-backs have actually been really strong against righties. 0.5 means they need to win. If you go minus 0.5 for a first 5, that means they need to win. That's a run line. So if it was 0-0, that would be a lose. That would be a loss. 1-0 would be a win. 2-0 would be a win, and so on. They need to be up or run at the end of 5 innings because you don't have minus 0.5 for full games because it can't end in a tie. But the first 5 innings can end in a tie. So that's why you have minus 0.5. I lean under in the Royals game. I'm not saying take it. It's not one of my plays. I'm just saying I lean under. But someone was asking about the D-backs against righties. This is what I'll say. The Arizona in baseball, just against anyone right now, second in average at 288, second in OPS at 827, and second in weighted run creation. So the top 2 and 3 most relevant categories in the last 2 weeks. I like Wheeler. I think he throws the ball well. Do I think he can stay? He can go over 18.5 against the D-backs. It's tough. That's a tough line. I don't think today's the day. It's not impossible by any means, but I don't think today's the day to take Wheeler over on outs. Sam, it's not about the most confident play. It's about taking all the plays and winning the majority. When people ask me for my most confident play, it always makes me upset. The angle is not to win a single play. Obviously, I'm confident in all the plays. I wouldn't post them if I'm not confident. But these are plays that are like minus 120, minus 110, plus 125. So my confidence, exactly, Jordan, my confidence is never more than like 60%. My win rate was 64% in May, and that was unbelievable run. Unbelievable. We're usually over 58, 59%. So my confidence isn't going to be over 58, 59%. Just generally speaking, you can talk, there's no way this misses, and that makes a good video, and it gets people to follow you and all that. But that's just not how it works, especially not MLB, especially not plays at minus 120. My confidence is that this play, if you played this play every single time it came out, you would make money in the long term. Obviously, there's a 40% chance of a play missing at this time. We do, Cat Dad, we do. No, Breeze, that's a completely different bet. If you don't have the play, don't do the play, but you should be able to see run line for first half run line or first 5 run line. Under 2.5 is about the runs being scored. Minus 0.5 is about one side winning. Orioles money line's a better play, Ghost. Anyway, so when someone says most confident play, sure, take one play, hammer it. What are you going to do? The next day, what are you going to do the next day? There's more plays. The game never ends. You're trying to win consistently, day over day, over week, over month, over month, over month. When? Because I'm not going to force action in a game where there's no good plays. I'm putting out the best plays possible. I'm putting out the plays with the highest value possible. I'm not just putting out whatever play because I want to have action so we can sweat it out. That's fun, but that's not what we're here to do. Exactly, Cat Dad. Not a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm saying you're going to do this thing. You're going to bet on sports. You're going to make this part of your lifestyle, and that's fine. Don't look at it as a way to make a living. You want to make a profit doing this. You need to listen to what I'm saying. You need to manage the bankroll. You need to be disciplined. You need to do the unit sizes that I recommend on SoBet. You need to get the value that I show you on SoBet and consistently play all the plays and consistently win week over week, month over month. And you stack profit, and it compounds in the long term. What if you just want to make one play but in a small unit size? Sure, baby. You can still have a favorite play, but it's not the best way to do this. It's okay, Samuel, but I would really make an effort to get as many books as possible so you can use the book that has the best line on a given play. Brendan, what is your bankroll? Stay away from the Nerfy White Sox pitcher, trash. Yeah, I mean, we have like very, very, very little information so far. Okay, so your bankroll went from 1K to 6K, Brendan. What I would do, and this is up to you, if your bankroll just went up massively from 1K to 6K, you could just keep it in there, and now your bankroll is 6 times, and your unit size goes from $20 to $120. That's probably not the best because it's one crazy big hit. I would probably withdraw half of it, at least, and let your bankroll be 3K and now do $60 units. The one thing about it, though, is psychologically, if you switch from $20 units to $60 units, you're going to feel more attached to it. You're more prone to chase. So I would be really, really, really disciplined during this period of time. If you're going to keep some of that in your bankroll and your unit size is going to get 2 or 3 times bigger, hell yeah, JT, hell yeah. If your unit size is going to get significantly bigger, really, really, really stay disciplined and don't chase and don't go crazy when you're up lately. Lord Maximus, appreciate the galaxy. Definitely follow Lord Maximus. If you want another person who's putting out high-quality plays throughout MLB season and grinding out wins, Lord Maximus is your guy. The free play shared already is Baltimore Moneyline. You want more? We need to run those files up. I talked about a few games. I like the Mets. It's not one of my plays, but I like the Mets. I talked about Jameson Talion under 4.5 Ks being decent. That's a good spot. We talked about the Red Sox being a lean. That's a good spot. But if you want another free play from SoBet, we're going to need another 30 follows. You got to hold up your end of the bargain. I'm sorry, gang. That's just how this works. Phillies, Mariners, parlay. I don't like parlays. Just taking 2 heavy favorites and parlaying them together on the money line, that might work sometimes, but that's not a good long-term strategy. We got the cold brew going. See, Gilbert 18.5 over at minus 125. It's okay, Josh. I'd like it more at like minus 110, Maeda 4.5K strike got higher and lower. I would go lower if it weren't the White Sox, but I'm not, so I'm not going to touch it. If it were a different team, I would definitely go lower. Maeda's not locating his splitter. The reason Maeda struggles right now is because he's not locating his splitter, and people are sitting on his fastball. His fastball is like 89 to 91. He throws really slow. He's one of the slowest starting pitchers in the MLB. Yeah, Samuel. I post a free play around 11:45, and I post my plays on SoBet around 11:45 to 12 every single day. So if you want my plays, go to my profile, hit the link tree, hop on SoBet. You get all my plays every single day. It's less than $10 a month if you use that link. So we're coming out to like 11 cents a play. It's the best value in sports. We've won 8 of the last 10 weeks. 8 of the last 10 weeks on our main plays. 9 of the last 10 weeks on our props. Who's doing that? Who's doing it? I'm asking you. I'm literally asking you. Who's doing it? People want to come in here. Oh, Petey, you had a bad day yesterday. We're going to have plenty of bad days. You know what? We don't have bad months. You know what? We don't do bad weeks. We stack units on top of units on top of units. We win consistently. You want to get upset because you missed a play or you had a losing day or God forbid you had back-to-back losing days. I don't care. We went 8 straight winning. We went 6 straight winning. We went 5 straight winning twice. And that's just this MLB season. Joe, you know how the algo works. We're here to stack units. You want my plays, you want to ride with the sports betting Messiah, go to my profile, hit the link, hop on SoBet. Flux, how do you join SoBet? You literally go to my profile here on TikTok and you hit the link tree. The top link is going to be SoBet. It'll take you straight to my page. It'll give you the discount right there. Hell yeah, Samuel. Definitely get on board. Definitely join SoBet. I post a full slate every single day. You see all my plays. All the write-ups. You see the unit size that we're risking. You see the value that we got it at. You see the book that we get it on. I'm better than everybody, Wen. This is what we do. And you know what I don't do? I don't lie. Lost 3,000 subscribers, Jaylee. What are you talking about, bro? What I don't do is I don't come in here and tell someone, this play's a guarantee. This is a lock. We're hitting 90%. I just bought a Lamborghini with all the money. That's not what we do. I tell you, you stick with what we're doing. We'll continually stack profit. Damn, Joe, that's crazy. That's crazy. Except everyone thinks I look like everyone. It's nuts. Everyone says, you look like this dude, you look like that dude. And the dudes never look like each other. Billy Walters and Joe Rogan and $1 million bankroll. I mean, congrats on that, I guess. Capital looks just like you, almost joined thinking it was me. Yankees Braves over 9. All right, let's talk about that one. We can do another one. Yes, sir, Alex. Who's going to be the 4,040th? I'm hating on Joe Rogan based on what? And also, if I wanted to hate on Joe Rogan, I'd hate on Joe Rogan. But the fact that you popped up when I mentioned that someone did an interview on Joe Rogan and thought, oh, that's hating on Joe Rogan, scares me about you. You seem weird. Bankroll 650, your unit size should be $13, Jimmy, because it's 2%. So now you have 50 units at all time. So if I say this is a 2-unit play, you put down 26 bucks. If I say this is a 3-unit play, you put down 39 bucks. A lot of times I'm saying like this is a 1.4-unit play or something like that. So you can whip out your calculator, but a 1.4-unit play would be $18.20. And then if you had your $650 bankroll and your $13 unit size and you rode with me on SoBet throughout May. We run up 41 units, right? So you would have gone up $533. Now your bankroll would be $1,180, and your unit size now would be $2,360. Dodgers money line. I mean, are you really trying to take a minus 300 play in MLB? TOS. What didn't I answer? There's a lot of questions. I'm gonna try to get to people's questions, but if I missed you, run it back in a couple minutes, and I'll try to get back to you. No worries. No worries, gang. Pirates and Mets money line. Mets is decent. It's not one of my plays, but it's decent. Pirates is okay. I definitely wouldn't do a 2-leg on both of those teams. Someone was asking about the over in the Yankees game, so we're going to take a quick look at that. And I know Jay Goon, I know I said I'd talk about Toronto, so we're going to pop over there first real quick. Lively's an interesting spot. He's been throwing the ball pretty well lately. His strikeout numbers aren't really there. If you look at his last 7 games, he's been a little bit worse. So he's fallen off a tiny bit after facing like some easier spots in the early half of the season. Berrios is kind of the opposite, to where he's been coming on stronger in the second half of the season. When he doesn't have blow up innings and he doesn't have that 25, 30 pitch inning that he tends to have, he's really nice. My issue with Berrios is he's not striking people out this season. He's only got 65 Ks in 92 innings. Those are really low K numbers, especially for him. If you look at career numbers, let me see this. Career numbers, he's got 500 not. No, how many innings has he thrown? He's thrown 1,300 innings and has 1,230 K. So he's almost at 1 per inning career-wise, and he's at like 0.6 per inning this season. 0.7. So yeah, his K numbers are down. That's my biggest issue with Berrios. The bullpen got used a little bit yesterday. I don't love this spot either way. I don't think it's worth it on the guards in this spot, but I like. Yeah, I just don't really have a strong lean in that spot. Coach Bill, appreciate the follow. We need 31 more. Don't like Cards. Don't like Cleveland moneyline. I'm really staying away from both those games. If you could maybe convince me to go with the Blue Jays in the first 5. You could maybe convince me to do that. Risk-free same-game parlay on FanDuel. Want to use 2-year VIP props with Pirates and Mets moneyline. I would go with Mets if you're going to do that. Philly's brutally hot outside. Brutally hot in New York as well. Mariners is a good spot today. I would go first 5. I would go first 5 run line to get value in that play. We'll talk about Yankees over here in a moment. Cooper, I wouldn't do that as a prop. Total base props? No, we don't do hitter props. I post pitcher props every single day. Hitter props are not the move because hitter props, there's too many variables. You do RBIs, maybe no one's on base. You do hits, maybe they square a ball up and it gets caught. When you do pitcher props, yeah, I know, Samuel. When you do pitcher props, you have way more information. You have a way longer period of time for it to come through. He's going to face 25 hitters in a game. So if you're taking under/over on hits or Ks or whatever, you have a good sample size. A hitter might get 3 at-bats in a game. It's just not worth it. Momo, it's not about one single bet. It's about doing all the plays and winning the majority. If you want all my plays, go to my profile, hit the link, get on SoBet. All my plays are up on SoBet every single day. You go to my profile, hit the link tree. Top link is SoBet. You get everything every single day, less than $10 a month, and you stay locked at that. And by the way, when I say a month, I mean if you join now, you'll be on until July 22nd. It's not till the end of June or anything like that. We just talked about Toronto money line. I'm not doing it. If you want to go first 5, I could be convinced, but generally I don't like that game. All right, now looking at the Yankees. Yankees Braves. Someone want to talk about over. Stroman has had an up and down season. Shocking. Yes, Samuel. Eastern time. Not White Sox first 5. That game's already begun. All right, Stroman on the mound. 1-3 whip, 61 Ks in 84 innings. Weak numbers for him. Also, if you look at his last 7 games, 21 Ks in 42 innings. He does have a 1-1 whip. He's had a couple nice outings in there. But 21 Ks in 42 innings, that's terrible. Samuel, I know you can do the math. I don't want to fade Stroman, but I can't trust him. Morton's kind of the same deal. He has better numbers, but his stuff doesn't impress me. I could definitely see the Yankees mashing on him. The Yankees bullpen is showing a little bit of weakness. The Braves have really been hitting the ball well lately. If you want to go over 9 in this spot, I think it's okay. I think the bullpen's a little bit worn. I think the Yankees bats have been underperforming. I think the Braves are really dialed in hitting wise. I don't love the way Stroman's been throwing. If you want to go over 8.5, I'm okay with that. Not one of my plays, but if you want to go over 8.5, I'm okay with it. Tyler, I wouldn't do that. I would just take, if you want a first 5, if you want Mariners first 5 minus 0.5 on them, that's okay. All right, guys. I'm going to read the free play, Cooper. I'm going to read the free play right now. Everyone, show some love. Drop a follow right now. Drop some likes right now. I'm going to read the write-up from Sobet on my free play. And if you want all the plays every single day, go to my profile, hit the link, hop on Sobet. You get all my plays. Jam fam loves the picks today. Love to hear that, baby. Love to hear it. Let's go. Let's have a huge one. We got Orioles. A little bit juicy here. Orioles. Money line. Zach, appreciate the follow. We need 28 more. Orioles. Money line. Minus 142 is the line on DK. 1.42 units to win 1 unit. Orioles. Money line. Minus 142 on DK. 1.42 units is what we're risking to win 1 unit. Corbin Burns on the bump behind the hottest offense in baseball. We're going to take the juice and get this dub. Houston team, 211 career batting average against Burns. And now he's got a 2.14 ERA, a 1.04 whip, a 2.16 expected batting average against. Now let's talk about Baltimore against righties the last 2 weeks. First in average at 3.11, first in OPS at 941, first in weighted run creation at 166. That's right, they are number 1 in all 3 relevant categories for hitters against righties these last 2 weeks. They've been trashed lately. Pay attention, bro. Pay attention. These people that don't watch games, don't pay attention to the MLB day-to-day, watch one game in a week, see it didn't go the way they want, say they've been trashed lately. What are you talking about? They just handled business against the Yankees. They've probably been the best team in baseball this last week. They've been trashed lately. Do you own a television? Do you have the internet? Have you ever watched a baseball game? The Orioles been trashed lately. They're literally a half game back on the best record in baseball. What have you seen that they've been trash about? What have you seen? Was it the way they absolutely handled the Yankees, the best team in baseball, to that point? Braves have been horrible. That's not true at all either. The last 2 weeks, they've been the Braves you expected them to be. Braves have been bad on the year, but the last 2 weeks, they've been the way they're supposed to. Next subject, get out my feelings. This is not about my feelings. This is about you paying attention and putting out actual information into here. I have to talk about this all the time. All the time. People are saying things that just don't make any sense. I talk about it all the time when I'm talking about the videos about people's misperceptions. People's misperceptions about MLB. There's nothing to have feelings about. There's nothing to have feelings about. I'm not an Orioles fan. I don't even have a team in the MLB. There's just, we have to live in reality. And you're giving your money away to Vegas. The Orioles have been trashed lately. What are we just can we talk about things that actually happen? Let's actually do this. Let's actually talk about the way the Orioles have been playing. Yes, I like Orioles first 5. Guy doesn't know how to handle being wrong, says still in my feelings. Doesn't know. I mean, you can say that. You can say it as many times as you want. You can say it as many times as you want, but the fact of the matter is, you made a comment that made no sense. We got a lot of people in here that are reading things, hearing stuff, and you're just putting out nonsense. And we have to harp on it. We have to talk about it because people are making picks based on crazy misperceptions. You need to be refreshing your memory on a day-to-day basis. You need to be seeing not just how are people doing on the season, how are they doing the last week, how are they doing the last 2 weeks. That's why when I'm talking about this write-up, I said the last 2 weeks against righties because they're facing a righty, and we need to have a more relevant, recent understanding of how they've been playing. So that's why I say the last 2 weeks. They're hitting 311 in the last 2 weeks. Number 1 in batting average, number 1 in OPS, number 1 in weighted run creation plus. Anyway, that's why we like the Orioles. Blanco, he's been solid. Blanco's been solid. No worry about it. But Burns has been just as good. The Orioles have a top 2 bullpen in the MLB right now. The Astros bullpen, nothing special. I think we got better hitting, we got better pitching, we got a better bullpen. In the way they've been hitting recently, way better. Love that Orioles spot. Again, if you want all my plays every single day, go to the profile, hit the link tree, hop on Sobet, you get all my plays every single day with the full write-up, what we've been talking about. Thought process on taking Nerfy on games, it's basically the quality of the top of the batting order, the way pitchers have started games historically, the quality of the pitchers in general, the way they match up against this specific guys, because we don't care. Beyond the first 6 hitters, we don't care. We only care about the top half of the order, right, when it comes to a Nerfy. And then, obviously, we have to look at what price are we getting on it. It's not that I don't think Nerfies will hit. It's that usually we're getting minus 140 on a Nerfie or something like that. And there's no value there. Look like Trent. That I think I'm just the most in the middle white guy face anyone's ever seen. Because people say you look like this guy, you look like that guy. And the two guys look nothing like. Lloyd says I look cute this morning. I'll take that. That's the one comment I will take about my appearance. Starting to like betting the plus money on a team in the first. You're saying money lines in the first? Go Celtics, baby. Guards today's not great. Fantasy score. I don't know. Don't have the heads out yet. If people want us to do more on Vegas caps, I'm down. I would like someone who has experience with it to shoot me a DM if you want, because I do everything. I do the picks. I run the SoBet. I got all these multiple social media accounts, multiple TikToks, everywhere I'm posting plays, doing analysis, all that stuff. The sponsors, affiliates. I've got the class where I'm showing people how to make money the way I'm making money on social media for sports betting. So for me to do merch as well is like not necessarily worth my time. I would like to do Fiend hats; it would be cool. But if someone wants to work with me on that, if someone wants to help me make money, we'll get money for it. Thoughts on FanDuel 3-3 down bets? Yeah, silly, a fun sweat, but not like there's no real value in that. There's too much variance. Anyway, as I've said a million times, plays are up on SoBet. Pick a PD for Prez. I like that. Plays are up on SoBet. It's in my profile for anyone who wants it. I've got 3 plays up. I've got 3 props up. That's what we do every single day. 3 main plays, 3 additional props for anyone who wants them. They're up on SoBet. It's less than $10 a month if you want that action. We talked about the games today. We got the Orioles money line. That's the most recent video for anyone who wants that whole analysis. Lock in. Let's have ourselves a big day. I'm going to hop off. Love all you except for the ones I hate. Cheers.